Hello everyone, this is Javamonk, and welcome to a video where I showcase a Rube Goldberg machine. This has been in the making for several months now, and it even goes through all three dimensions. Now, I wanted to do this because 1.13 is now upon us, and it breaks most of the elements in this Rube Goldberg machine. So, I decided that this is the farewell to 1.12. Here we go. First thing that's going to happen when I press this button is it's going to zero-tick that block into that villager's head, like this. This will cause the villager to suffocate, which then, pretty soon, will set off this clock here, which shoots a bunch of fire charges at this creeper, and sending off this flying machine. Now this flying machine is going to push this minecart into the ghast. So here it is. And now the Rube Goldberg ghast is going to drop into a pit with an iron golem, which is going to cause Johnny the Vindicator to attack this shulker. There it goes. So that makes an anvil fly into the air, which then sends this flying machine back. And when it does that, very strange things will happen. So this here is a ghost block generator, which is activated and creates a bridge of ghost block diamond blocks, which then automatically shut off and allowed for a Rube Goldberg zombie to attack this villager, which then has a whole bunch of arrows fire out, some of which miss, and then the few command blocks here that and simply there to make it so that it's not annoying to whoever comes and tries to use this. So here we go. Now we are in the nether, and we must set the render distance to 6 chunks, because this next bit requires that the render distance is at 6 chunks, otherwise it does not work. In case you're wondering, that element is actually on the bedrock ceiling. This dragon egg right here is going to fall through all of this bedrock and land right here, which is only possible to do if the render distance is set to 6 chunks. Here we go. And that is activated once I step on this pressure plate. Spawns an iron golem and activates a TNT launcher, which will shoot this iron golem into the air. And then on the way back down, it activates this tripwire. Once the tripwire is set, you get teleported down here, because then by that time the dragon egg has finished breaking all that bedrock there. And now we must go through this portal, which directly leads to the end portal if you are not flying. Here we go. Now in the end, some very strange things happen. Once you are in the end, which is almost a separate Rube Goldberg machine, you then walk over to this end portal, and the rest of it is actually activated by the player placing 2 ender crystals, one here and one here. All the other spots are covered up because before 1.13 you can respawn the dragon with 2 crystals. So now the dragon respawning sequence will start. All the towers will regenerate one by one. And then, once this tower regenerates, it will then blow up all the crystals by raining down arrows. Here we go. Right about now. There it goes. So it's just going to start raining down the arrows. And here's the dragon. So now, this chest minecart has stacked up music discs. And that makes it really cool because that means that the power strength from that chest minecart can survive this many comparators. Which then activates an instant dropper line, which activates an instant repeater. It's a bit difficult to showcase here. But then what happens is very bizarre things happen, and basically there's a bunch of TNT duplicated. So while we're waiting for the dragon to go back to the end portal, because that's where it actually takes the damage, guess how much power strength this comparator has? It's actually 897, which is pretty insane. So now the dragon is getting damaged by all the TNT duplicators, And of course I have mob griefing off because otherwise this would be pretty much impossible to do. Now as for why this stopped, I'm not sure. How about one of those? There it goes. Now they'll take their part in damaging the dragon. Once the dragon, one more time of the dragon returning to the portal, and it's dead. Automatically using redstone. And some very bizarre glitches. Here we go. And the dragon is dead. Now unfortunately I don't have any mechanism to detect when the dragon dies, so you're gonna have to turn this machine off yourself. Kind of like this. And of course I really broke it more than usual. Okay, now whatever you do, don't worry, none of the things that go into this portal actually make it out alive, except for the player. Here we go. We're back in the overworld. So here I built a little shack here. And the reason why I have this command block there to protect this structure here from unintentional destruction. So now look that way. So when you step on this pressure plate, it'll launch a bunch of fireballs, which will burn down this wooden wall. Once that happens, it'll activate this makeshift TNT missile. Here we go. Which then blows up the shack. Which then sends off this pink sheep in a minecart, which is named Update 1.12. And if you'd set all these repeaters to 1 tick, then it's a piston bolt. So then the Update 1.12 sheep gets smashed by an anvil, and these hopper minecarts, there's 75 of them. They picked up 9 rows of nether stars from this double chest, and that opens this door. So welcome to 1.13, where we now have drowned zombies and tridents in which to destroy them with. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this farewell to 1.12, and I will see you next video. There is a world download in the description. Go check it out. And keep in mind that that this Rube Goldberg machine will only work in 1.12. Most of the elements in here no longer work as of 1.13. So, thank you for watching. I will see you next video.